here because I believe in this program. We have peace here. People feel safe. Are they?
Decirle a tus amigas controlada, pero en realidad venía pa' acá. Como fuera la ley, en los corazones 50 de tiramos una foto que se vea que la nave mientras hacemos cosas feas. Mami ese toto, bellaquea, si dicen que se van digo no les crea. Botella al 100, como la ventana de mi Mercedes Benz. No aguanto la gana, mami está top ten. Vamos pa' la cama donde no nos ven. Oye mami, quiero una foto, vamos a hacerlo realidad. Papi ya pasaste mi control de calidad. Esa que de ropa y te dio de pelita. Soy la original que te come la intimidad. Y me gusta que me veas cuando estamos peleando el dron dentro de la habitación, haciendo cosas feas. Una serpiente en la esquina, puesta en posición. Cuando bajo lejos te lo asusta. Sabes que soy su gata de fauna. Voy a castigarte por tu mal conducta. Si salimos juntos tenemos perdido. Tiramos una foto que se vea la nave mientras hacemos cosas feas. Mami se toca, se queda. Si dicen que soy bandido no les creo.
So let's let's catch up with a lot of things, man. From the Austin Holliman to Fresh's pregnant Asian girlfriend to you know, a whole bunch of other people out here talking a lot of shit again and showing their numbers and everything else. There was probably a reason why I didn't talk about the Fresh and Fit situation. I didn't want to be grouped up with the same motherfuckers who talk about them all the time. The Aberrant Preachers, all the other people, right? Now let me show you all of the Fresh and Fit motherfuckers who come out to work and talk about Fresh and Fit, right? And I'm gonna show you. I didn't want to be grouped in with these crowd of people, right? The Britney Venties, the people like this, you know, people like this right here, guys like this. Fuck. Guys like this, right? You know, dudes like this want nothing to do with the. I don't want to be grouped up with these type of people, all right? So, for a whole bunch of people who don't know, I made a video about 4 years ago. Any of my day one subscribers, you know, who know that there was somebody who I had stuff with, right? There was, what's his name? I forgot the dude's name. Oh shit, man. Let me do it right here. I'm happy I'm, you know, on the laptop and stuff and I'm not outside walking or whatever. Cause right now, I'm waiting for a GameStop to open to go get my copy of Stellar Blade and I'm gonna pop that in and play. I took a little break from Final Fantasy Rebirth and started playing other games because it was taking too much of my gaming time from every other game. But I still want to play it again. But I can't leave it alone for too long, because then I get out of source with it. So I'm gonna jump back on it eventually. But there was a guy in this space who was supposed to be on SYSBM side, but he was taking shots at Passport Bros a bunch of years ago. He was cool with C Boogie. I forgot the dude's name. I go to my other channel because it got my old videos on there. Let's see. I was there when Fresh and Fit. Damn, I got videos from like 3 years ago. I was there when Fresh and Fit was created. Alright? Solo TV 84. Introduced Fresh and Fit into the space. And I knew they was jokes from the very beginning. When I seen them. I made videos about a lot of people back then. And I still remember me making a video about a particular person who got mad over being looked over by Fresh and Fit. Remember, Solo TV 84 introduced Fresh and Fit to the manosphere. He introduced a lot of clown ass niggas in the manosphere. And then eventually when he became irrelevant, he got mad and he turned on a quote unquote space that he supported for years. So people don't know that. I'm about to give you a certain lesson if I can see it. Jesus, man. These videos are old. I don't got... Fuck, man. Oh, man. Oh, shit. A lot of shit changed in a couple years. Shit. Fuck, man. Shit, man. I don't know where it's at. Solo TV 84. I still got the videos of your boy Super Sly with the traveling videos. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all that too. You know, he ain't stopping his bullshit either. Here we go. Right here. I got receipts for almost every motherfucking body. Like, literally. Yup. Here we go. I think I got it. So, Solo TV 84 actually introduced Fresh and Fit into the scenario of the manosphere. And people thought that Fresh and Fit was actually MGTOW and Red Pill, but they never was. Fresh and Fit, Solo TV 84. Solo TV 84. Here we go. I'm gonna give you the back history of this. Shit. Here we go. I had to get it together because I'm out of sorts. It's been like what, almost a month that I haven't made a video, and you know, all the stuff to collecting together. This is basically on a whim. I ain't planning on this because at the same time I'm trying to, like, you know, catch up. I'm trying to give people this claim because some people, newer people, is gonna find out some of this history shit. There we go. Xander's clutch. There we go. So let's go take this history lesson. Let's take this history lesson that a lot of people don't know about Fresh and Fit and how Fresh and Fit came into the space. So there was a YouTuber called Xander's Clutch. Now he pretends to be this, you know, to me, because I already got video proof and evidence and receipts. It don't matter if he's quote unquote productive or whatever he can put himself out to be, and he's a part of SYSBM. He was taking shots at Passport Bros and everything else. I have the whole log of this dude saying shit about Passport Bros and everything else. And this is how your boy now I'm never gonna let motherfuckers live down to the shit they say. That's why I recorded shit. That's why I have all these logs down. So Solo TB84 introduced Fit into the space and told him to get on the con job, the same con job that Solo is. Solo washed out of the space because more people were more talented than he was. So when people try to tell me about how fake Fresh and Fit is, I was already ahead of motherfuckers. I told people back in 2020 that I told people back then, I said, the people who don't like black women are going to face the other people who don't like black women. And it's going to be type of a civil war going on between people that don't like black women, but they're going to be sounding like they're the least person who don't like black women, right? I was right about that. You had the Brian Solange going against Passport Bros and one of his people followers on his website trying to do a mass campaign on a train, but failed. And then he had to take down the site, the Black Avengers site, because the FBI was in his shit, which I can feel for him because they was in my shit. But Xander's Clutch probably would have been like Fresh and Fit if it would have worked out. But look, let's hear the pass of Fresh and Fit, Solo TB84, and Xander's Clutch.
Side. And I'm like, what the fuck? You got something there, Al. What about your new partner, Unplugged This Shit?
Now, remember back in the day, a couple years ago, Fit was by himself. This before Fresh and Fit. That's why I don't like the fucking dickheads, or the people, or I call them dickheads, who talk about Fresh and Fit being fake, but they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They're doing it for views. They're not doing this because they want to have... I ask all these people who talk shit about Fresh and Fit, what plan do you have for men to follow that men do like? You can't give them a formula that does not work and they don't want to do it. You got to give them a formula and you got to give them the end results so they can go do it. And they don't have to look at Fresh and Fit. None of them have the answer. All this is the same bullshit. You can't give people a formula that they already did or a formula that haven't been working for 60 years. So let's hear it.
When this shit happened, was I there? I wasn't there. I logged off right away. Because guess what? I got shit to do. So when you and him, whatever the fuck happened, he's telling me his side, you telling me your side. And I'm like, what the fuck? And you didn't use any of your powers to set his ass straight and give me a fucking comment. I did. What do you think I did? I said, no, bro, don't do that again. What do you think? You think I'm supposed to hold your hand for this shit right here?
Now, mind you, tracking the manosphere, this dude, he only used the space in order to gain his credentials in a feminist society. Now, he hasn't made any videos. Let me check, cause I don't keep up with this guy. Basically, he haven't made no videos consistently because nobody gives a fuck about the exposing the manosphere dude no more. He was in his space. He made a list. He only used his space as a talking point and as a stepping stone to get himself in a higher liberal position. Writing papers and theses and everything else. So he got himself a job based off the manosphere. After he tried to use the manosphere, he tried to come back into space again. Because I just checked his page. That's now. Because I don't care about the dude. And it's not working because half of the women just show how hypocritical they are, right? Mind you, 4 or 5 years ago, Super Sly was calling Super Sly, Reg the bad guy, and all these anti-passport dudes in the passport gate was calling guys pedophiles. All the while having Rudimp on his panels talking shit. And guess what? Rudimp himself was a pedo. And it's on record. A lot of them don't want that past to come out. But let's hear.
You're a grown-ass man. If a man disrespects you, you stand up for your fucking self. Okay, then what's the fucking problem? Because I wasn't there. What's the problem then, my nigga? Do you not see the correlation? There is no correlation because I wasn't there. It had nothing to do with me.
But yeah, he's
The fucking bullshit that nigga was doing, you niggas was there in the group chat, and then that nigga took it off in the group chat. And if you still got an issue with that nigga, what did I tell you? I said, you know what? Let me set this shit up. You can talk to Unplug, and you guys air it out, mano mano.
That's what I set it up. I'm waiting for the setup, dude. I'll talk to him, and hell, you know what? He's talking about, oh man, see me, I'll box you for Miami to Dallas, man.
Nigga, I'll pay your flight, nigga.
Fine, I'll take the Dallas. I'll box his ass because he's getting boosted up by every fucking dating coach here. And I don't know why. I mean,
Now, when Fresh came, when Fit came into space, he was endorsed by every person. He was pushed up to the stratosphere. Fresh and Fit was always this type of project that everybody knew that they try to take advantage for men because a lot of these niggas was getting old. A lot of these dudes was getting played out. Passport Bro was a thing. SYSBM was a thing, and people was moving away from them. So basically they needed somebody that was gonna hold and grab these different types of let's see. Underutilized men, or should I say mistreated men. So they needed somebody to go against and grab the mistreated men of society and have them herd them into their pockets. Fresh and Fit was the thing. Oh shit, I forgot. Fresh and Fit. I forgot that one thing too.
way better talent, for starters. And second, this guy is a fucking... Oh, do not get me started on him. Don't get me started on him. How about that? Huh? If he wants to see me face to face. Tell him...
Now, mind you, this is Xanatos Clutch out here screaming and yelling and getting mad because... Fresh is getting a head start and he didn't. Xanatos Clutch never made it big. He filled himself when he was on what was that fucking from O'Shea Do Jackson. Now, for people who don't know the history, O'Shea Do Jackson used to do okay. Jackson used to do Sunday Night Rumbles, right? Rumbles or whatever they called, right? Xanatos Clutch came on, and people was feeling Xanatos because he was fit. He was muscular, right? And he felt himself too much. And C Boogie, C Boogie was basically an enemy in the spaces. C Boogie, Rudimp, those two came from Obsidian. Mind you, Obsidian is not on YouTube anymore because he don't know. No means no, and this dude is a big time loser. You know, the whole Kevin Samuels shit, it died the fuck down. The Kevin Samuels shit is gone. It's done. The shit, everybody cooled off from the Kevin Samuels formula. That shit died down. Even if Kevin Samuels was alive today, his shit would have died the fuck down. And he probably would have turned on the space just like Fresh and Fit turned on Red Pill Men, just like your boy Andrew Tate turned on Red Pill Men. And I'm going to show you a whole bunch of instances where I knew that Fresh and Fit was full of shit and Fresh and Fit was hanging around the wrong women. They have no reason to be sitting here telling men what to do, how to dress, do all this shit. Just like your boy Kevin Samuels. Everybody's out here full of shit. I'll tell you straight away who I used to rock with, who I used to be in a chat with, because it wasn't a lot of people. So,
give me a fucking apology, or we can just see each other face to face, honestly. Because
I'll be respectful with you, bro, but you don't have to pull the path in this space.
oh, I never said I could.
I brought you on, bro.
Oh my
Hold on, let me finish. I brought you on because I was like, yo, this guy's Zano's Clutch is highly fucking underrated. He needs more visibility. That's it. I brought you on, and let's do the Snow Bunny Sunday, bro. I didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And I know you didn't, which is why I'm being respectful towards you. The money fly out there.
Nigga, I'll pay your flight, nigga.
Bro, is it that serious? You had a shouting match with a new YouTuber, and you got disrespected, or you feel like that. I understand. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, my nigga, you talking all this shit about Unplugged, but you still rocking with that nigga. So what does it say about you? So I don't want to hear this shit about Unplugged when you still fucking with a nigga that threw me under the fucking bus. What has that nigga done for you?
now mind you, we're talking, I think he was talking about C Boogie, right? And mind you, Xanatos Clutch knew that C Boogie was doing a lot of dumb shit. And he was the one that did the shit to Game Changer. The whole thing, it came from, I don't know why we seem to forget this whole thing that happened back then in the space about 4 or 5 years ago. Is when your boy Super Sly made a whole rumor up about Game Changer. I already got the recordings when Game Changer was the talker point for fucking was the talking point for Super Sly, cause he said he get more women. So when he found the woman that Game Changer supposedly beat and abused, he used it against him, just like your boy Reg the Bad Guy. That's why I don't trust these niggas. That's why I don't trust the majority of the motherfucking black people who act like that, who got the same attitude as this. But I'm getting this right now, trying to get it. People forget the fucking history in the space because a lot of people took down their fucking videos. People forget. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Xena the Witch. Cause I think she had some. Xena and Sorkov. Now let's go right here. Now let's show the history of these motherfuckers in this space. And they're sitting there talking shit about people in the space. Now, I don't like when I see BMT acting like he's more productive than everybody else. But he was on Reg the Bad Guy panel telling niggas to do certain things. So let's hear it.
That's how I raised the fucking. Man, why don't you just get a job? I'm fucking with you. Telling you want to get a house, you work a job. Y'all don't. You want to the point. This is a job for several years. Bring your credit up. Have at least $20,000 down. You can get a house. If you can't do it by yourself, get a woman. For real.
So you hear that, right? You hear that, right? So Reg the bad guy know how bad it is in this society, but he tells you to get a woman just to get a house. This, I don't have to lie and make this shit up. And it's the same dude who trying to talk about game and swag and all this other shit. I got the history. It's not. It's not there. Look, I don't have to lie about this shit.
I'm tired of listening to y'all talk about
Now, mind you, he don't think nobody's tired of listening to this piece of shit dude. Right? Where he all he does is talk shit about the manosphere, manosphere this, manosphere that, manosphere this, manosphere that. And when he talks about things, and I'm gonna show you, when he talks about his occult shit and the Hollywood weird shit, he don't get no views. He only get views when he talk about manosphere and shit like that, or when he talk about popular topics. Super Sly is a gossiper. Super Sly is a gossiper who there we go. He's a gossiper, but he's a man.
It's circular argument.
And this comes from saying, and he says circular argument, but every single time that goes around, he targets passport bros. This guy was making videos against people who wasn't making videos against him. This the same dude who made videos laughing when Dominican Republic said they didn't want prostitution in Dominican Republic. And then when the pandemic hit, guess what happened? They needed the prostitution people to come back. It's the same shit that's happening in Colombia right now. Because they don't like what's going on. And then the same dickhead who says that dudes was traveling overseas for little apples is the same dude now saying that they can't travel because passport bros. Not because the country is unstable right now. Certain countries unstable. So we're causing, passport bros is now causing wars and economic chaos. And it's like, what the fuck is you talking about? It's not even a lot of passport bros traveling the world like that. But somehow they're doing it. But the white dudes that are going in the Philippines making messed up videos, and somehow they're not doing nothing. Up, right? And where's the bad guy got blown? They love being, and he's laughing.
Oh, I'm rooting for the bitch. Don't change. I don't want these phones. Keep being whatever the fuck dishonest.
Now, mind you, this guy makes a video now, 4 years later, about how he care about kids. Because now there's a lot of these women now that he says that men should date are killing their husbands and killing their kids. And he made a video about it, I think, because I wanted to watch it or whatever. I wanted to see what he was saying before I made the video. And this dude is now trying to act like he's against how these women are treating their kids. But he says it in this video that he wants them to stay the same. You're not going to change them, right?
A lot of people do not mess with this channel. A lot of people don't sub this channel. A lot of people don't flock to this channel. And they damn sure don't listen to the content. Forget about the content. Even social reject lanes who claim to be educated.
Now, this is the same dude. He was feeling himself too much and he was going against men, calling them social rejects and all this other shit, right? And I think that SYSBM reeled this nigga in and told him how bad this shit looked, but it's still up. I think it's still up. He didn't erase it off his page, and I still got it in my archive, so he can't really say he didn't say none of this shit.
That spent time and energy going behind the video, further explaining it and breaking it down for what we don't need you guys' explanations. Okay? Once again, you followers.
Now, mind you, this is a Super Sly a bunch of years ago. He used to do this shit all the time. He's like a fucking catty girl. Short man complex shit. Right? Where he goes against certain people to win pussy points with women. Now, mind you, his page ain't really all that no more. His engagement is pretty low. And the same people who was in his comment sections before ain't in there because basically I exposed most of them. Like the BMTs who was over there. That other guy who said he was haven't you noticed that older guy that don't show up no more on his channel? The guy, the ex-military guy that don't show up on his channel no more? What happened? Did they have a falling out? Or did he show that he knew he was full of shit? Right?
And minions and just not even sheeple. I guess you mini-me's, right? Why would we want to watch your breakdown and your further assessment of roast this woman? Balls expanded her dating pool. You goofballs expand. Specifically going overseas to fuck little girls.
Hey, and I try to tell you guys, this Austin Holliman didn't create this shit. It wasn't a crazy chaos. Guess what? Your boy Super Sly took these videos down because, well, he didn't want that smoke. Now, I'm showing you the history right now. That he was literally saying this shit and Reg the Bad Guy was with him. That's the reason why King Sigma fell out with Reg the Bad Guy. That's the reason why, I can tell you this right now, there's a reason why a lot of people left this space. Because they showed you what they was really on.
Now, if you want these overseas niggas, and you don't fuck little girls, and you still triggered, then in my eyes, nigga, you get held suspect.
See? Now, mind you, this is from the same guy who tried to defend so-called black women and say, you know, when we say certain things about them, somehow, some way, it's all of them. And he gets mad because they're not all like that. Blah, 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 blah. But he can say this shit. Mind you, these videos are gone. He took them off his channel. Now, mind you, a coward does some shit like that. Because ain't nobody gonna block. Ain't nobody gonna report him. Ain't nobody do none of that shit. He took it down with his own volition because people would have went back to him and said, dude, why are you in this conversation when you was the one saying shit? So he wanted to restart the conversation about passport bros so he can keep entering the conversations because he probably going to do this 2 years from now. He probably going to delete the videos he got on passport bros now about Austin Holliman, and then some new shit come out and he'll talk about passport bros again.
Yeah, kaya mo sa kingdom doesn't yeah.
This hottest dude is, 150 pounds overweight. He got jacked up teeth.
Now, mind you, right now, too, also, C Boogie was trying his dime game shit. Now, C Boogie ain't shit no more. I don't know what he doing, but he didn't have no videos. He tried to do the whole podcast shit, and it didn't work out. At some point, people get sick of the whole "I'm better than you" shit, and eventually people stop watching. Because once you don't have an enemy, Once the people you talk shit about doesn't pay attention to you anymore, you become irrelevant. That's it. Once you start talking about the people you talk down to, and you can't get more views from it, and these people either expand or the people that you've been talking about is gone, you don't have any leg to stand on anymore.
His hygiene is bad, and his personality is pretty much non-existent.
That's what we gonna call them. We gonna call them Carries.
I love showing the history of what these dudes did beforehand. Because a lot of these coward ass niggas will delete. Come on, I don't have time to be getting called. I'm getting called by people right now. Hope you don't even see that number. But guys like this, it's pussiness, right? Him and his little partner, Saint Blues, the guy who gave up on going against the red pill, he gave up because the enemy the people he was talking about didn't give a fuck about him, and he wasn't growing. He didn't grow off his partner in crime, Little Saint Blues, the guy with the man titties. He didn't grow off that shit. He didn't grow off the hating red pill guys, hating manosphere dudes. His basically his base left him. And 6 months later, after that Fem Sapien shit happened, he died down.
Black women, period. You got two options in this fucking life moving forward. It's either animals or... I mean, two things. You got two... Can't get a one? Y'all out here hollering to save yourselves?
And this is when he was talking about SYSBM. Now he says you only had two choices. To either do it to an animal or do it to each other. Because you just can't find one. That's like me telling you that I'm going to throw a gold watch. I'm going to take a gold watch that I have and I'm going to throw it in the middle of a landfill. And I'm going to tell you, I know there's a gold watch in that landfill, but I want you to go find it. It's a gold watch in there. I know it's there. And I got a tracker on it. I know where the gold watch is at. But I want you to go look through all that filth and get dirty and waste all your time just to go find the gold watch where I know it's located at. That's what these niggas are doing to you guys.
Save yourself from what? That's what I want to know. What are you going to save yourself from, Black?
He was on this campaign against SYSBM. Then he went to passports. Then he went to the manosphere. Mind you, this is when he had more viewers and more subscribers. They had these chicks, they hyping them up and say, yeah, we hate them. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Why don't they leave? La, 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 la. Right? This was before the Austin Holliman thing. This is before Austin Holliman stuff. Look, I don't got to lie about the dates of what happened with Passport Bros. Wait. What that says, August 26, 2019. I don't have to lie. The history is there. This shit was before Austin Holliman. Nobody knew who the fuck Austin Holliman was during 2016, 2018, 19, and 20. When this nigga was making shit up about Passport Bros and going after SYSBM. These dudes wiped they wiped the catalog now because they wanted to become a new person.
All you SYSBM goofball niggas, and I know I'm offending a lot of you content creators, but all you...
And this is the reason why this dude ain't allowed in the space like that. Because people seen the kind of shit that he did. That's why he limited to Reg the Bad Guy channel. That's why he limited to only a couple channels. Or Thai City channels. Once people saw what kind of nigga this dude was, people wouldn't want to fuck with him like that. They didn't. They didn't want him nowhere around them. because it means death to their channels if they had Super Sly around. After he did the shit, the Game Changer, after he went at the SYSBM Passport, there's a lot of channels out here that's been decimated because how they showed who they are. Game Changer channel ain't really that big no more out here because after he showed himself with Danica Marie, and then Danica Marie and the other chick, she went after Just Pearly Things and showed their jealousy. O'Shea Do Jackson, so that he didn't really do nothing. That's why he in Celebrity Junk. Your boy Angry Man, and then Obsidian was the last batches of the Manosphere leaders, and he got kicked off. They were grasping at straws, and this is the real shit right here. This is before Austin Holliman. So let's stop with the whole Austin Holliman made Passport Bros popular and all that. Passport Bros was a thing before Austin Holliman, way before TikTok too. This was when niggas like him was going after the movements.
SYSBM niggas, who or what are you saving yourselves from? What exactly? What?
Now, mind you, this is a bunch of years ago. And then now he's talking about the women who killing their kids, the women who are beating on men and killing men. And he has videos now acting like he the brand new guy. He had a video on his page, and I wish I would have took it and clipped it, when he was trying to make fun of everybody talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Remember when Meg Thee Stallion's boyfriend was kissing him? This nigga made a video, oh, these guys don't know what it's like to have a woman like this. And to find out that she was cheating on this dude, and he took that video down because he didn't want to be wrong. Like a little bitch.
Wait. So you can tell me your solution is to not fuck with a bitch at all.
Now, this guy wants you to get into situations where he can make fun of you. Because he did it in multiple times. Remember that clip that I had beforehand? He said he wants them to fuck you over and destroy you.
That's your solution to not what we would deem as a nerd, okay? And they would get married and have some little nerd kids and be productive and build.
And look, this is what happens when you're a daughter dude. Like I said before, I knew that these videos was gonna be relevant to this to someday, and I knew I had to keep these in the archives.
Great things and innovate and move society forward. That I am. So for those that are into Star Wars, and especially on YouTube, did you know us the Return of the Jedi? Luke.
Now remember, a couple years ago, Reigning Woman was in this space acting like she was the most feminine woman ever. Mind you, she was an older woman. I don't even know why it's an older woman in the space with younger guys. And she was running around here talking about how she was feminine and she's on men's side. And then eventually she showed that she wasn't on men's side. She wasn't feminine. It's the same shit with Jessica X. Everybody who took Jessica X side looked as stupid. And look what happened with, everybody who took Jessica X side. Everybody who hanged around her and let her talk her shit. This is the history of this shit. It was bound to collapse with a bunch of fucking fraudulent people. And this is gonna come back to, I'm gonna go back to the Fresh and Fit shit, but I'm twisting all of this in together. I'm twisting this all together to show you I already knew what the shit from the start. Everybody has an origin. Everybody has a history. Even myself. And I can show you my history. But these people were all fraudulent in the first place. And I called them out. And nobody wanted to listen, man.
Because he's getting.
Now, let's see this. Now, I'm gonna show you this. Xanados Clutch made fun and talked about Charles Tyler. Charles Tyler died overseas. He was a car accident. He died in Brazil. Your boy Xanados Clutch was talking cash shit about Charles Tyler.
No, that you go overseas with the guys who do show their receipts. One of the lonely women that they deal with, that they're all pay for play, boosting the economy.
Mind you, this is Xander's Clutch a couple years ago, and he was sitting there talking shit about passport bros. But then, like 2 years ago or a year ago, he was on Man of Tomorrow's acting like he was for passport bros. And when we was like it's different between passport pookies and players and all that other stuff, he act like he was something different. This is the history of just not the manosphere, but the anti guys in the anti manosphere. This is why I didn't want to make videos on Fresh and Fit, because I didn't want to be a part of this crowd like this. I didn't want to be a part of this hate of Fresh and Fit. You know me, I always analyze shit to the point where you can know exactly where I'm coming from.
Kind of chicks. You look at these guys and you can see why these guys had to go overseas, particularly to a third world country, because these guys, forget.
Now, mind you, this dude is the most the most fit guy. He's so-called good looking. He got mad because he went to Japan and Japanese girls wasn't feeling him. He went to Dominican Republic and they wasn't feeling him over there too. In his words, not mine. In his words, and Man of Tomorrow took the videos that I think because he didn't want that to be a part of his content, but he said it out his own mouth and said it. Oh yeah, man, these women were crazy over there. They mess with the white boys more often. Blah 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 blah. No, baby, you was boring because you didn't learn the language. Maybe you didn't do your due diligence to know which area to go to. And mind you, he was saying this shit because he was trying to be on SYSBM side and they accepted him. And he was also trying to be on the other side talking shit about passport bros just in case one side accepts him. Or either side accept him.
Guys don't look like they're born in the workforce. I'm sorry. I mean, if that was the case, then you wouldn't have guys being resorting to dying overseas and having to have a GoFundMe in order to fund his funeral arrangement to have his body shipped back here. And I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I don't have to lie. This is why I don't like these. That's why I don't like being wrapped up with these disgusting ass people. A lot of these niggas don't have morals like that, man. They just need, they pom-poms for feminism. These are the dudes who pom-pom for feminism. And then they act like your friend and they forget the shit that they did 5-6 years ago because they took videos down. Now, mind you, this is what Super Sly did with this old looking, Velma looking, nerdy looking woman who says she has more stamps on her passport than anybody else, but she didn't have on her video. I can expose her too, because they said black women going overseas dying in an African Ghana country. Like 8 of them got killed over there because they was trying to bring their ratchet behavior over in Ghana. And they getting killed doing that. And people even talk about how they're going to Africa, written dread boys in Jamaica or in Africa, and they getting fucked in huts. They getting fucked in like abandoned buildings that dudes living in Africa. But then they come back over here trying to tell you that you need a 6-figure job. And you need to have a house, or need to have cars, or need to have this shit. They trying to give green cards out just to get husbands. But this Elmira looking bitch is not gonna talk about that. Same thing with your boy Super Sly. He took these videos down.
Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Now, this was 3 years ago when Solo TV 84 was actually on the same page as Fresh and Fit. Right? He turned on them because they didn't see him as a viable. They got bigger and bigger. They got more and more money. They didn't need him no more. But he needed them. And he got so mad. It's in my community tab. He's now talking against the Manosphere and Fresh and Fit now. Because he's a content creator who has no creativity. He can put people on, but he has no creativity. I called him out years ago too. I wasn't afraid to call nobody out. I called a lot of people out. I lost I lost a whole bunch of subscribers because I was calling people out. Their favorite content creators.
There was a deranged lady trying to get into houses in our neighborhood, and every time the police are called, she somehow...
Fresh and Fit versus Abba and Preach. I've been watching this shit low key. Let's check in on this right here. Fresh and Fit.
I didn't want to be like these content piece of shits over here with their running fucking opinions and shit on here. You know, I always want to have a genuine conversation or a genuine shit because I don't want to be mixed up with these fucking fools. Right? Fresh and Fit is wrong? Of course they are. But at the same time, you can't call them, you can't just name call them, you gotta destroy their points. And you gotta destroy it from the root, from the bottom. How you destroy a tree? You chop it down. How you literally destroy a tree? You just don't chop it down. You take it off the roots. That means you gotta plug it up and then do it and basically get rid of the roots too. And then build something there, concrete and cement where it can grow at. And nothing can grow there again. Fresh and Fit never been defeated. Y'all keep talking shit about how Fresh and Fit downfall. They're not off YouTube yet. And they had on Rumble. They're not being defeated. How many videos did these niggas actually make? I counted. I stopped counting at like 3,000. 3,000 videos against Fresh and Fit, and you still didn't destroy them. So at one point when you stop saying my shit ain't working, talking about Fresh and Fit is not working, we might as well just talk about something else. We might as well give these men something new and better to have the better options. Let's sell these men something that works. Instead, they don't give a fuck because they're just doing it because they want to make money from views, hate watching Fresh and Fit and talking about Fresh and Fit fans instead of fixing the problem, which is easier to do in this society if you actually point out the fucking wrong things in it. So I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm gonna let this upload. This is gonna be part 1 of a mountain of topics. But because I don't want this thing to turn off or whatever. But basically I'm breaking it down before I talk about the whole Fresh and Fit thing. I'm leading you to. There's a reason why I didn't talk about Fresh and Fit. And the reason, basically I didn't want to be tied up with it. Now, this video gonna be all about different topics, right? But at the same time, I'm gonna break down the Fresh and Fit pregnancy stuff. I knew these dudes was clowns from the very beginning. That's why I never would talk about them like that. And the people who try to push them out, the people who try to act like that they knew that they were fake, they wouldn't say anything. They wouldn't say anything that was sustainable. They didn't even know the origins. If you ask any of these dumb niggas who talk about Fresh and Fit, who are their origin? Who put Fresh and Fit on? Was Fresh and Fit always a thing when they was created? Who was the first person that helped Fresh and Fit? They wouldn't know. Or they would have to look it up. And you would actually know that Fresh and Fit was never red pill. They were dating coaches. That's all it was.